What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. What day is it? It's day 9 of the keto cut. Sorry, I'm watching this movie and it's very loud. So, anywho, day 9 of the keto cut. I'm feeling great. I think I posted right after my fast and I was feeling pretty good. The next day I was pretty exhausted, but I think honestly it's just because I wasn't drinking enough water. So I just started just downing tons of water, and I feel completely better today. I am on the leg exercise of my leg day, or my push-pull leg workout, and I did that today, and it was very good. Lots of squats and deadlifts and other leg things. It's very good. I do feel like I hurt something in my foot. Hopefully it's just like I don't know, tension or something. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't feel great. But I'm icing it right now, and after I'm done with this, I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole rice thing: rest, ice, compression, and elevation. So we're gonna do that, and hopefully it'll feel better tomorrow. As great as it is to get into the gym every single day and not ruin your routines, it's also important that if your body's like hurt or injured, don't keep on just working out through it. There's a difference between like soreness and pain. So don't work out through the pain. Let your body rest. A day or two is not going to kill you as long as you jump right back on the horse right afterwards. Same thing with your diet. Speaking of diet, that's what this video is about. Is going to be about the different kinds of testing strips or tests to see if you are in ketosis. Okay, so the first ones we're going to be talking about are the keto pee strips. They're pretty much like they sound. You pee in like a cup or something, you dip the strip into it, you hold it in there for like a minute, pull it out, and you'll test it on a color scale. It's usually on the bottle, and there will be a little swab at the end of the stick, and it will go ahead and change colors, and whatever color it is according to the scale is what level of ketosis you're in. These are good. However, I have two problems with them. The first one being is that they only test one kind of ketone body, which is going to be, what is it called? Acetoacetate. I'll put that right down here because I always forget what it's called. Acetoacetate. And it's, it is going to be, it's a good source, especially if you are just starting keto, like first couple weeks, because basically what it is it's going to be a high abundance in your urine. It's the only one that can be found in your urine. It's going to be in a high abundance because your body doesn't know what to do with all these ketones. At this point, you've been doing it for a little while now, your body starts using fat for energy, and so it starts producing all these ketones because all the fats that you're putting into your system. Well, your body's not I'd say your body, but it's the mitochondria that produces energy, and so it's not really sure what to do with all of these ketones. So what it does is it gets rid of them, and the way that our body gets rid of things is passing it through that way. So in the first couple weeks, it's awesome for it. The ketone or the pee strips are going to be really good because it's picking up these kind of ketones through your urine. However, as you get deeper into ketosis and your body starts being like, hey, we like using fat, so we're going to keep on using these, then it will it'll stop passing as many because it's using more. So this brings us to the second type of test that you can use, which is going to go ahead and be the breathalyzer test. Now, the breathalyzer test tracks, obviously, the ketones that are coming from your breath. I know you've probably heard of the keto flu, but you probably haven't heard of keto breath. It happens to some people. It's never happened to me, but I do always carry a pack of gum around just in case. But basically, it's like the byproduct of ketones you can start smelling on your breath, hence why I use the breathalyzer, and you breathe into it and it picks up how many ketones it's picking up. I don't know a whole lot about this because I've never used it before, So I'm going to go ahead and skip along to the blood test one. So this leads us into our third option, which is going to be the blood test. The blood test picks up beta hydroxybutyrate. There it is. All these big words, and I just don't remember them because I just don't. But for the blood test, I'm going to be using this Keto Mojo one. If you watch other YouTubers, Goody Beats suggests using this one. I think Jason Whitrock also suggests using this one. So I went ahead and bought one online. I know I'm only doing keto for 3 months, but it's like $60, and I thought I might as well check to see, especially because I'm trying to do this cut as strict as possible. I just want to make sure that I'm actually doing it right and actually staying in ketones or in ketosis. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up and get it going and everything. Then I'll do the test live and we can see where I'm at. So until then, give me a few. Alright, so I got it out of the box and everything. Comes like this. It's a nice little carrying case. It's got the monitor. What are these things? 10 blood glucose test strips and 10 of the ketone test strips. I don't know what the blood glucose test strips are for. I'm assuming it's to check your blood sugar, which is not what I'm doing. So 10 ketone test strips. Great. I quickly read over the directions, which are actually not reading. It's just pictures. Can you see that? I don't know. I can see it though. So there's that. What else does it come with? It comes with 10 of these lancets. Comes with 10 of those. They're basically the little pins that go inside of this fancy little pen here. I wonder if it'll focus. Nope, that's okay. They'll go inside this pen thing. I'm going to poke my finger with it and get this thing tested. So if you want to just... oh, it's also... I got it on Amazon for $59.99, I think. Plus free shipping. If you're an Amazon Prime member. Just saying. But, so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and try to put this thing together. And then I will go ahead and test my ketones. So, hang in there. Ow! Oh, you can't see. 3.5 mmol. Ouch. Finger, that hurts. So it's 3.5. I don't know if you can see it. Will it focus? Like that? Oh, kinda. 3.5. Oh, that's reverse for you, but that's what it is. 3.5. Ow! I mean, it doesn't hurt anymore. It's just kind of that like warm feeling. So if you're scared of needles, don't be scared to try this. But I'm just being a baby about it. So, anyways, 3.5. I wonder if there's like a guide to ketones sitting right here somewhere. There probably is, but it comes with a bunch of papers. So I actually pulled it up, kind of pulled it up here, just so I can tell you what it means, because there's different levels of being in ketosis. Obviously, the deeper you are into it, the more like weight loss effects you're gonna have from it. So what do I do with this blood? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll just hold our finger like this for now. I mean, I guess it's my blood and everything, so whatever. Anyway, though, so it says between 0.5 and 1.5 mmol. I think that stands for like, I don't know, something moles, but I'll put it down here, whatever it actually is. 0.5 to 1.5 mmol is light nutritional ketosis. You'll be getting a good effect on your weight, but not optimal. Around 1.5 to 3 mmol is what's called optimal ketosis and is recommended for maximum weight loss. So, like I showed you earlier, 3.5. So basically, what that's telling me is that I am deep into ketosis at this point. So the strict keto has done great for me. I would say that the fasting probably helped a lot because it just completely runs out all your glycogen, so you drop into keto fat quicker. It's also been 9 days because it's day 9 of the keto cut. So it's been 9 days that I've been doing it now. Some people it might take longer, some people it might take less. But I am in 3.5, which means I am currently in ketosis. My body is producing the kind of ketones that we want to see for weight loss. So that's that. One final note I would like to say is that testing that you're in ketosis is not a mandatory thing. My net carbs are coming in anywhere from like 15 to 18. I think my total carbs are like 25 to 30. So, I'm staying very, very low carb. I mean, that's really it, just as long as you're sticking with a ketogenic diet, like an actual ketogenic diet where you're following, 70 to 75% fat, like 20 to 25% protein, and like 5 to 10-ish% carbs, you're probably going to be in ketosis. So that's that. You don't got to go buy one of these fancy things. You don't have to go buy pea strips if you don't want to. You can if it makes you feel better, just to know that you're in it. The only other thing I would say is to be cautious with it. If you're one of those people that get in your head about things, is that sometimes, you might take this and, I'm 3.5 right now. Say I go and take it tomorrow and I'm like 3. I personally wouldn't, but some people might think, oh, why am I in 3? And they might take some crazy, like, sporadic, like, leap, that they don't need to be taking. There's just so many various different factors that can factor into, why your ketone level went down. Any spike in your insulin. Like, if you work out, right, if you test right after working out, your insulin can be spiked. If you, BCAAs sometimes can spike your insulin just a little bit. Not meaning that they're going to throw you out of ketosis, but they can spike it. Right when you wake up, or right after eating. Basically, any of those things can actually make your ketone levels go down a little bit. It's not a permanent thing. Like after working out, for example, it's obviously going to be spiked, but about 30-40 minutes later, it's already lowered back down to what it normally is. So some people really freak out when they see that number, and they're like, why am I not in ketosis yet? It happens sometimes, just keep on sticking with it and everything. If you're following through this cut, then, we still have 2.5 more months left, so stick with it. You'll be in ketosis. Super stoked to see that I'm 3.5, and that's that's all I have to say on the whole ketone testing matter. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and like it down below. Go ahead and leave comments if you want. Also, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe and share with other people, because that's how I'm going to get this channel up and going. Oh, and I always forget, if you're not following me, please follow me on Instagram at dayman42. It's right down here. And yeah, I post stuff on there. I've been posting more workout videos on there, but I also post a lot of food that I'm eating and just kind of daily stuff. So go ahead and check that out. Go ahead and subscribe here, like the video, do all that stuff I already mentioned before, and you know what to do. Stay fit.